Welcome, man, to alphamantraining.com, and today we will talk about pickup training in wilderness. And for example, this guy, he flew from Italy to wilderness, and we trained him. So when he flew, to wilderness airport, I picked him up from airport with a car. I just drove, picked him up, and we drove back to apartments. So we started, I started just to explaining him, Lithuanian's reality and how to approach Lithuanian women, what to talk, how to continue conversation, how to make them attracted to you, and how to seduce them. So we started to do both training. Now I will check, sound is good or not. You can write comments. Do you hear me? Do you see me? Everything is okay or not? Good or not? You can write comments. Do you hear me? Do you see me? Everything is okay or not? Okay. So why we chose wilderness? From 10 women, 7 are beautiful. Actually, the percent is really high. In wilderness, there are more women than men. Actually, the percent of women here is basically 55, men is 45. Why? Because, a lot of those young students, they approaching wilderness from most village cities, it's like from smaller cities. We rent apartments and we live. Moreover, wilderness is not like, a resort. It's not like, a place where girls come for 4 or 5 days. No, we live in wilderness, and where one of their main goal is to meet you. Yeah, is to meet you and get into relationship with you. So actually, girls expecting that someday they will meet, you or our, attractive guy, and who will seduce them. So that guy, he came to my Alphaman training, and we started to train him. Body language, everything you need to know about seducing women. And later my operators went with him, to shoot, videos. I mean, he started to approach girls, and actually was Lithuanian girls. Yeah, you will get, a lot of rejections. That's part of the game, but most important is, but I will watch your videos. I will get your videos, Operators can come with infield footage, and I analyze them, and I correct your all mistakes, so you are safe. I will support you. Yeah, so he's doing approaches and talking to girls. Here are his first approaches, and he's meeting those girls, getting numbers, when getting dates, and when getting lays. More important, we want to, to improve your appearance, how you dress, so body language, everything, and most girls are sitting, where students you will approach. Yeah, he needs, to improve his body language. Yeah, it's normal, Yeah, then you will approach Alphaman training. Of course, we will need to improve your body language, dressing style, everything. Yeah, so now he got, I think, a number, and he's calling instantly to girls, setting up dates. Okay, so what exactly do with those young girls? Those young girls we take for dance lessons, and I'm very proud about this our client. He actually on the first date took 2 young girls for dance lesson, and we made, you know, some great, you know, yeah, he's now doing some great spins, everything, seducing them. So this is amazing. On the first date, I remember he approached over 50 women, so a lot of, and he got around maybe 10 numbers, yeah, 10 numbers, and he got 1 or 2 dates, so very good results. Why, you know, to choose wellness? More, we need to talk about that. So very good results. I think, you know, that I traveled around the world. Wellness, you know, it's not so big and not so, you know, not overwhelmed, you know, overpopulated with people. So I mean, with logistics, it's very easy, you know. I lived for 7 years, so I know everything around wellness. So I will support you with logistics. And I think, you know, wellness is perfect place for day game. You know, it's not a resort. Girls come study, you know, in universities. They expect to meet you, you know, and actually they are nice. And moreover, our second language is English. So what it means, most girls, they talk in English. Recently, I approached, you know, Ukraine, Odessa. So in that resort, no one talks in English, really. So from 100 girls, just 1 or 2 girls talk fluently in English. They can express their feelings, their minds, everything, you know. It's like there's no that language barrier. In Lithuania, especially in Vilnius, both girls, they study in universities, they quite well educated, so they talk in English really good, and it will not be problems for you. One story of my client, you know, he approached alphamantraining, not this client, but another one, and he met, you know, beautiful, you know, Lithuanian mixed with Russian, you know, type of a girl, and married here, you know, so amazing, you know. So because both girls are beautiful and feminine, you know, so I think, you know, and I believe that you are not satisfied with your girls in your country, and you want to explore, you want to, maybe you don't want to do trainings in your city because, you know, of reputation, you know. It's like to get good at day game, mall game, you know, you need to see a lot of approaches, because both girls, you know, were doing this, and we did analyze what clothes both girls should wear, you know, how to pick up them, how to choose both, you know, targets, everything. So you need to do, you know, hard work. You need to prepare it, and to get you to fly to a different city, it's very good idea, because, you know, you will not run out your reputation in your own city. Of course, the true alpha male is, he doesn't care about his reputation, you know, but people are stupid, basically. They do not understand pickup, you know, so it's better that they will not know about that. Okay, so it was the first date, and he made a lot of approaches everywhere, in bus stops, on streets, in malls. In Italy, he didn't approach any girl. In Lithuania, he approached on a first date minimum 50 girls. So just imagine how he boosted his sense of confidence. He boosted enormously, you know. So that's amazing, you know. It's like you escape from your routinious, your, you know, boring life. You come, you know, with approach anxiety, and on first date you beat that approach anxiety, and you start, you know, feeling, you know, that your masculine energy, you know, that you feel amazing, you know. You're approaching girls, they react really well in you, they like you, they smile to you, they keep eye contact. This is amazing, you know. And see, actually, we were living, you know, somewhere, you know, close to here, and he approaching neighbors. Yeah, I told him, you know, he said, why you need to go to city center if you can approach neighbors, you know, just because it's very easy to pull neighbors. So he actually now approaching neighbors and meeting girls, you know, very simple. And most girls are starting from 19 years old and up to, you know, 33 years old. So it's actually that middle of gold, you know, gold middle, you know, actually perfect age to approach girls. Yeah, so, and now he's giving, you know, his you know, review, his, you know, experience about that first date, you know, what he experienced. So what it means, you know, that every day we will talk to each other, you know. I will try to understand your situation, you know, what is happening, because our main goal together is to move you where you know do not have approach anxiety. You can get numbers, dates, lays, and you feel, you know, you feel amazing. You can meet your dream girl, you know, anywhere you want. And of course, I need to give all my experience to you, you know, because I approached more than 70,000 people, so I wanted to give that knowledge and to install into your head. And for you, there's two ways exactly: is to drive or fly for 3 days of boot camp. I mean, just for weekend, starting from Friday, ending up on Sunday, or take, you know, 7 days, you know, residential program, and stay for longer time. And during 7 days, we will make a lot of things happen, you know. So that guy actually, he was, you know, for 8 days, and he said, you know, 8 days is enough, you know, more than enough. So if your work schedule is very strict, you can spend just 3 days. You can come just for weekend. And for example, you live in Poland, you live, you know, and in Latvia, you know, or in Germany, in Czech Republic, you know, in Italy. Probably it's better for you to fly, but if you neighbors with Lithuania, it may be better for you to drive with a car. So it's up to your situation, up to your work schedule. But Lithuania, Vilnius is perfect place for learning day game and night game. Yeah, so now we are analyzing those videos, you know. We are sitting on computer and analyzing. We're making breakdown, you know, of those infield, everything, you know. So next time he will be more, you know, he will act in more, you know, clever way. He will approach it in a more clever way, and he will not do those mistakes. It's very important because, you know, probably you're thinking, you know, someday I will get, you know, a perfect wingman, or I will solve those problems by myself. But if for 3 years it didn't happen, so it means for the next 2 years it will not happen. Yeah, you know, it's actually to find a perfect wingman who can also can train you. It's mission impossible, actually, you know. It's like the only way, you know, is to get trainings. It's to come, you know, to invest into one's outer training, then go to another outer trainings, then to repeat, you know, everything. Because look, when you go with a wingman, what I know from my practice, you know, he has his own goals, you know. He wanna, you know, to do his own stuff, you know. He wanna, you know, to meet his own girls. He doesn't care about you. What a wingman cares about is actually about the energy, you know. He afraid go by himself alone to approach girls, and he wanna energy from you. But once you approach city center, you divorce, you know. It's like you split, and no longer wingman needs you now. anymore. So just to talk, you know, to share experience. But what I noticed, you know, if you can control your emotions, approach by yourself, city center, and to overcome, you know, that fear to approach, that strange emotion that you are alone in city center, you know, a strange guy, a lone guy approaching girls, you know, on the street. If you can overcome that emotion, is that no longer you need, you know, wingmans. And what we train, you know, our client, that you don't need, you know, wingman, because for all your life you will be dependent by a wingman. Someday, sometime, wingman will find his wife, will make, you know, those kids, and he will no longer will approach girls. Even he will find a girlfriend and will no longer will approach girls with you. So you need to have such level of confidence when no longer you need wingman. You know, you can approach by yourself. So we will boost your confidence to that level that you will kick everyone, you know. No one will stand against your path, you know. You will kick everyone who will stand against your path. So, and look, men do not understand how much energy it takes to find a girlfriend. Actually, it takes, you know, look, I approached over 40,000 women. Yeah, actually, yeah. During that moment, I got 5 girlfriends. Yeah, I had in my life 5 girlfriends for long-term relationship. But look how much energy it took to have it. So it takes a lot of energy, and you need to be aggressive doing that. Let's talk about, you know, what I like about, you know, Vilnius, that Vilnius have, you know, luxury apartments, and they cost, you know, normal price, comparing with America, where I have been, you know. In America, such kind of flat will cost minimum $3,000 a month, minimum, because it's very huge space, you know. You can do dance training, pool girls, you know. It's a very good location, minimum $3,000. In Vilnius, that kind of flat, you know, costs $800 in a month. So very good price, you know, and what you get in return is amazing. You pay in America, you know, for a flat, and even you cannot find a fork, a spoon. You cannot find a spoon in a flat, you know. They give empty flat. In Lithuania, there is no such kind of problems. If they rent you a flat, they rent with spoons, with forks, you can eat, you know. You have stuff in an apartment, you know, so actually it's very comfortable to live. We are in European Union for more than 20 years. Actually, I don't know, but actually for a long time, you know, and this is amazing, you know. I mean, roads are great, you know. Apartments, people talk in English. We are more not like Russians, but we are like more like Americans, you know, because our president worked with America, you know. She loves that. So there's no problem with English language. That's the main thing, I think, you know, because when I have been, you know, in Ukraine and Odessa recently, so in that country you need to talk in Russian. You need to know Russian language, and that's fucked up country, you know. Lithuania, Vilnius, amazing, you know. I know everything around that city. I lived for 7 years. I have a lot of connections. I will give you support. Will show you everything. We will cook food together. I will show you places where you can actually get high protein food, you know. And a food costs amazing. Like one portion of food, for example, during lunchtime, it costs maximum $5. And you can eat a lot of food. So amazing place, amazing price, amazing apartments, very comfortable to do trainings, and moreover, very comfortable weather. And weather is like, you know, it's not too hot and not too cold. That's why I love, you know, Vilnius. It's like working weather, you know. For example, when I have been, you know, in a resort in Odessa, it's so hot. It's like you cannot do nothing than just going to the beach, lying down, and just getting done, you know, under the sun. It's just that, you know. In wilderness, it's perfect place for day game. You can wear a jacket. You can wear that normal clothes, you know, not like, you know, those shirts, you know, those shorts. It's like a student. You are looking like a, you know, businessman, you know, normal, you know, like masculine, that masculine clothes. So that's why I love. And we analyzed those videos. I explained him just all, you know, mistakes. And on second date, you know, on second day, I met my another client. I trained them together, you know, because we were preparing for night game. And as you know, in the night game, you need a wingman, or you need a skill to join our men, you know, to help. But most of them, they are so chumps, you know, we're so idiots, you know, that actually we just, you know, keep a girl for maximum 5 minutes, you know, no longer. So it's better, you know, to have a wingman for night game. I accept the night game, it's necessary in wingman, so that's why I do. I take 2 students, I train them, separate the day game, and I connect them during night game. So it produces amazing results. And now, you know, I say, you know, for him that I go to meet, you know, another client who is coming, you know, from London, and we drive, you know, as I know that city, you know, I just will pick you up from airport or from bus station, you know, and will draw you directly to an apartment where we will do training. Yeah, so this is Vilnius Airport, as you see, Britain, approaching it, and will take you, because I know, you know, you're approaching new country, you doesn't know, you know, anything. So I will be that person who will support you and who will give you training. Okay, maybe you have some questions. Webinars just leave, you know, serious people, because stupid people, they even can't understand English, you know. Just leave, you know, serious people. Okay, amazing. So working everything, and let's go. Yeah, so this is my next client, and we are approaching. By the way, you know, Ben became total alpha male. Probably you've seen his videos. He achieved huge success in alpha man training. He is now doing from approach to sex in 20 minutes. This is incredible. This is not, you know, normal, but this is, you know, over limits. What he told, you know, he in Hyde Park, you know, in London, he took a girl and he fucked, you know, here in the park. From approach to sex, he approached total strange girl in 20 minutes. He isolated to park and he made from approach to sex. So this guy is very, you know, confident. He actually changed it, shifted his life, you know, 180 and 180. And now he's saying, you know, problems, what he is feeling in his life, you know, what he wants to change. And we approaching, you know, apartment. It's you know, it's night, you know, this is amazing, you know, it's so interesting activity, you know. You come together, you know, to a flat, and you know that our main goal is to pull those girls, you know, and make them happy, you know. So this is I mean, it's not like, you know, living with parents, you know, or living with stupid, you know, those roommates, your group mates. It's actually, it's very, you know, amazing feeling that those guys were saying, you know, actually we are feeling that, you know, those similar mindset having, you know, guys were coming, you know, like gathering together, you know, and you know, you feel that atmosphere that everyone wants, you know, to get better with girls and achieve success with women. So the atmosphere is really great, you know, no negativity allowed. And it's very interesting. I mean, you know, we place secret cameras for the purpose, you know, to analyze mistakes. And I create plan to them, you know. Actually, I will create for you a plan, you know. I will ask stories from your life. I will create openers, transitions, storytellers. You will become an amazing storyteller. You will have such high confidence that if you will approach group of people, those group of people will start to shift to you because you will be amazing storyteller, you know. You will play with your tone of voice. It's like a guy can be in a group who can have, you know, luxury car, a lot of money, luxury house, but you will be a man, you know, who can actually, without those things, can attract females and other men, you know, to life. Like example in Odessa, where I went, I flew alone. No one met me in airport, but when I was approaching back Vilnius, a guy from Odessa with whom I made friends, he dropped me back to Odessa airport for free. Now we are friends, you know. And what he's saying, you know, take friends from Lithuania, drove with your car to Odessa, and we waiting you. Because he knows about my activity. He knows that I'm normal, that with me he can achieve much more faster goals. And with me, you know, it's actually, he's very confident, you know, going with me, approaching streets, clubs, everything, you know, because we can control reality, you know, everywhere. It's very easy, you know. You have no fears. You will have no fears. So we approaching, it's late night, it's around, you know, 12. It's like, you know, 1 a.m. morning, actually. It's very late, you know. We approaching and I'm giving him a tea. When you will approach, you know, we will drink tea, coffee. You know, I will show you where you can sleep, you know. You need to relax after your flight to get into mood, you know, into energy. And now we together, you know. So actually my main goal, you know, is to see, you know, can I will be able, you know, to connect you and your wingman, you know, together to work in a team. So yeah, and now we're driving and together. So it's amazing, you know, atmosphere. Ever amazing, you know. That's why, you know, we need to do. I have been in America, in London, in Russia, in Poland. I did a lot of private trainings that I didn't publish on the internet. So Vilnius is a place where we can really fast control reality. What it means, you know, I lived it for 7 years. Girls talking English, they are feminine, Eastern European girls. They want you. I don't know, you know, a plan, what you need to say to them in order, you know, to not look like a guy who came, you know, from foreign country and want to get laid. No, you're a guy who lives in Vilnius. And you are a guy who are giving here opportunity to meet some really confident alpha males. So those Lithuanian girls, they are, you know, they dream about you. Okay, so now another student, you know, he's making approaches. First, his approaches, my operator shooting. You cannot see, you know, faces of my operators because they're quite secret guys, you know. No one can recognize them actually. And yeah, so you will make approaches. Give me some questions, you know. Okay, so America, Africa, a lot of students, he's making approaches first. Yeah, so I saw that, it disappeared, view, but yeah, so one guy, is asking, how many women I laid, in Odessa in Ukraine. So you need to buy, my DVD from Approach to Sex and Resort, and you will get all my experience. You're not afraid to invest, because what I noticed, my best investment was, to travel to lay girls, and then to share experience with it, I mean, it saves a lot of time, and this is amazing. I feel that I grow, For example, after Odessa, I grew really a lot, because I flew without any friends. I need, to make connections from scratch, from zero, So after Odessa, when I came back, my Russian language improved really well. My self-confidence, boosted, improved. I know that I can approach any city in the world, and you will be like that, You will feel that you can approach any city in the world. You have zero connections, and from scratch, from total zero, you can build, your social circle and seduce girls. So this is amazing, The only thing you need to learn with that's local language. If they do not talk in English, you need to learn that local language. Okay, now it's everything working. Okay, yeah, so we are doing, approaches in the main shopping mall in Vilnius. We making a tour, approaching one shopping mall, then driving to another one, and to third one, doing a tour, collect, infield, then go analyze, and so on. So he's making approaches, and this is amazing, how I feel. How was, guys, were feeling? Every day they were working, in construction building, in some jobs, or they were approaching universities, boring life, same people, same boring life. And now we are, we're escaping that masculinity energy. We're approaching what women we want, We're feeling that they, releasing that masculinity energy, and we're approaching one girl, another girl, third one. This is amazing, That's, they are happy, So I recommend for all men, to take, several times those alphaman training in life. Because here you feel you're really, that masculinity, that masculine energy, where you came from, It's like your default. It's like on default, you are supposed to approach girls, to make connections, with people. But with that, social anxiety, social barriers, was fears. They're made you, to afraid everything, to close, to not go, to not approach, people. And that's wrong, Yeah, wow. This is amazing. So this girl is interested into him. I can see directly from her body language. First result, look, first day and first results. It's really fast. If you will be in a resort, it's much more, harder. Why? Because, most girls, for example, in a resort, we are thinking, that guy came, for a few days. He wanna, lay me, get laid with me, and leave me. She's risking, to get a baby from you. I created techniques, sentences, what you say to a girl, and you're saying to her that it's safe for you to get laid. you are such, you know, experienced guy, which has so many knowledge, you know, so huge experience into sex, you know, that to get a baby from you, it's mission impossible. So actually, both girls sleep really fast, you know, so my clients. Okay, so your situation, you know, what you can do in your situation. Look, there are several ways for you. One way, you know, is to learn everything by yourself. But I work in pickup industry for my entire life, and I didn't meet any guy who became really amazing in pickup by himself, by alone, by you know, going approaching alone. If I meet those guys who approach by themselves, by being alone, we even, you know, cannot get numbers. We are not confident. I mean, we're not confident. We are not feel you know, attractive towards women. Once I meet a guy who took, you know, some other outdoors boot camps or trainings, we are much more confident. We are not making so many mistakes, you know, because we met outdoors who, you know, invested their all lifetime, you know, in pickup. So we can, you know, provide huge, you know, value to them. Whereas several, you know, guys, for example, how I learned it, I had, you know, in my past, a perfect wingman, priceless wingman, you know, but it was a man from my childhood. You know, I wrote in my book, you know, How to Become an Alpha Man by Aaron Welfie. I wrote a story about that, my guy, but my wingman, yeah, he was a guy, you know, with whom, you know, I become really good in pickup. But later that guy, you know, found a girlfriend, and no longer, you know, he went with me, you know, to pick up. And I needed to continue. So I needed, you know, to become confident by myself, you know. But what I did, I took training, you know, from other coaches. I learned that. And now I'm proving also myself, you know, approaching our courses, getting, you know, knowledge from our trainers. Even, you know, recently one coach from Santa Monica, Los Angeles, called me, you know, we talked it over with SKYPE, but he wanted, you know, my knowledge, you know, about same night lays, same day lays, how I do from approach to sex. He wanted to know that I will fly from Vilnius to Santa Monica, Los Angeles, and will give him trainings. So actually, you know, it's normal, you know, that we coach, a coach coach another coach, you know, and change knowledge. What I want for you to say, you know, to get a perfect wingman in today's modern society is mission impossible. Why? Because nowadays everyone is upset about money. Everyone has less time than 5 or 7 years back. Really, let's just look around your friends, guy friends. It's like 5 years back, you went with a lot of, you know, male friends to street, you know, bars, clubs, everywhere around. But now it's very hard to get them, you know, into those activities. Why? Because everything is becoming more, you know, more expensive and more expensive. So they need, you know, to work hard in order to pay their bills, you know, partner and so on. So you need to learn, you know, you need to get a good coach, and then later, you know, go by yourself alone and to keep that. That's the only way, you know, to become really good at that. And you need to choose a coach who proves, you know, everything, who have sex scenes, and who has sex scenes, you know. I took that step in my life to show sex scenes, and I do not, you know, regret. I do not regret. I'm happy about that because, you know, I do not have any problem with sexuality, and I can, you know, prove to you. I mean, you can be sure that you will get huge value, you know. Yeah, so we approach it, you know, food, everything. And this is night game, you know. Night game in wilderness, and guys, you know, we're making night game, and this is very important and very good. What I like about wellness, like all bars and clubs were at one place. For example, in LA, in Los Angeles, we're so huge city, that it's with logistics, it's so fucked up, so here everything is at one place. It's like you go, you make a tour from, for 6 bars, it's enough to meet those girls, and that's it. So very comfortable city to make night game, or day game, and it costs less, when you make trainings, in huge, cities like in London, it's so big, so it's actually, it's with logistics is more fucked up, like if you're making trainings in London, a client should rent a flat in city center, in London, in Baker Street, somewhere in the city center, that actually logistics will work for our advantage. Here, it's, you get a girl, you hook her up, you take a cab driver, and you drive straight to your apartment. This is amazing. Okay, so what else you need to know about both training? Why wellness? I said, that it's great with logistics, great with girls, great with English language, great with day game, night game. And you can come for weekend, drive with a car. If you live in Europe, you can drive with a car. We will place your car, near our apartment. We will drive my car, or you will use your car. We will solve that problem. Or you can fly with airplane, we will pick you up from airport. That's no problem. Already we talked about food, and so how you can get those training, how you can, yeah, so we were working together, how you can get those training. Contact, you need to contact with me, you need to write an email, go to contacts, alphamantraining, write an email, and actually you need to fill that form with your name, age, city, phone number, email, and your message. Please describe, your situation, where are you coming from, what happened with girls in your life, what you want to improve. I want to see your point A and where you want to go to point B, You should be clear about your, vision, about where you want to go, what you want to become, And then after your, that fill the application, I will see, are you serious about training or not? If I will not reply you, that means, that I'm not interested working with you. I know my clients, so fill that form, fill your situation. Then later we will talk over a Skype, and we will talk all details. And then you will see, if it's suitable for you, to take those trainings, then you will take. If not, you will not take. So you have nothing to lose. Write me, ask now questions, or we will end, that live session. Good quality, keep it up. Thanks. You need, guys, to stay positive, help teach our men, because as you notice, everyone noticed that the space between, men and women becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, even in Lithuania. In America, it's already, space is very large, between men and women, It's actually feminists, took everything. And what I noticed that everything what I bought and the best products are from men. Yeah, because, men just can't understand, how you feel. They can be in your skin. Products which you buy from women are not so good from men. Yeah, actually, I noticed that. Look, even I bought dance training from women, and women cannot train me how to lead women on the dance floor. When I bought training from a man who's very good, in controlling women on the dance floor, it was amazing. I felt that I invested money in the right way. So work with men, invest into others men products. You're not afraid of that. Share your opinion if you're not satisfied with training, and work with that. You're not afraid to invest. Go contact, because it's perfect time now to do trainings. It's not the winter time, it's not summertime. It's a lot of people, they go to resorts. Now is the time when a lot of girls come to Vilnius, they start study, and we expect to meet you. So we are waiting you, and contact with me. I'm waiting for your message. Until next time.